Howdy, hi. It is Do Your Job Sports college basketball picks and predictions for Wednesday, March 12th, 2025. We are looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, we have to recap the previous day's results. On the day, we go 2-3, bringing our season record to 449 and 422. I updated the Cleveland State loss from the previous video, so that is all up to date. Giveaway, $72, and that giveaway will be at the end of the season. So, let's recap these games, then we'll get into tomorrow's picks. Game number 1 was Siena. We had the over 136.5. This was a no-sweat winner as they lose by 2 to Rider. Final score 76-78, so that total hits 154. Both teams shoot it 48% from the field, 26 total free throws made in this game. Over was never a sweat. Really surprised as to why this over was so low. So shout out to Siena and Ryder for getting that done. We then had Sacred Heart minus 2.5. They win the game, 71-58, putting an end to Fairfield's season. Fairfield's really bad at basketball. They only score 58. They shoot it 34% from the field, 24% from deep. Fairfield actually won the offensive rebound battle and the turnover battle, and they still lose the game by 13. So goodbye, Stags. Our losers, we started off the day with a heaping pile of garbage. Oklahoma State, plus 6.5. They got shot out of the gym. Cincinnati put up 87 on them? Yeah, final score, Bearcats 87, Oklahoma State 68. Cincinnati shoots 48% from the field. They win the offensive rebound battle 15-10. They forced Oklahoma State into 23 turnovers. I don't know what they were doing because I wasn't watching this game. I was at work. But golly, that's a lot of turnovers. We then had the over 142.5 in Arizona State and K-State. This one was close, but it did not go over. Arizona State 66, K-State 71. Didn't put the ball in the hoop enough. Arizona State 38% from the field, 27% from deep. They won the offensive rebound battle. They also won the turnover battle. They had 6 more shot attempts and 7 more free throws than K-State, and they still lose this game. So Arizona State, you suck. Then finally, this was the worst one of the day. Florida State, minus 2.5. They lose to Syracuse by 4. Syracuse only scored 66 points. If you would have told me that's how much they were scoring pre-tip-off, I would have put the mortgage on it. I mean, all Florida State had to do was score 69, and you can't even do that. They shoot it 40% from the field, 20% from deep, 67% from the free throw line. They lose the rebounding battle. They lose the turnover battle. They lose the game. All right, that is how we go 2 and 3. Let's get on to the picks for tomorrow. Game number 1, we are back to the Big 12, betting Cincinnati again, but not on the spread. We are betting the over 135.5 against Iowa State. This is realistically a home game for the Cyclones. It's only about 3 hours from campus down to Kansas City where they're playing this game in. Should be a ton of points. Cincinnati was shooting the cover off the ball. Iowa State does have a good defense, but the way Cincinnati was putting the ball in the hoop today, I don't think it matters who's playing defense. These boys are hooping. Cincinnati 17-14 on the year. Like I said, they just dropped 87 points against Oklahoma State. They score 71 a game, played a bottom 100 pace, and shoot it 45% from the field. They have only played Iowa State once this year. The total of that game ended at 151. You're telling me I got 16 points of wiggle room from where the previous game ended at? Yes, please. Give me that all day. So, excuse me. Good Lord, I just had a coughing attack. Cyclones, 23-8 on the year. They score 80 a game. This is one of Oselsberger's best offenses he's ever had. They played a top 125 pace. That is also not normal for this team. Normally they play dirt slow, very efficient on offense. You got Momcilovic, three-point god. You got Lipsy up at top. You have all those big, really strong, athletic guys down low. Like I said, their defense is good, but neutral site game against a Cincinnati team who just put up 87 against Oklahoma State. I think they can hit this over. You just need 70-70, and you clear the over easily. Next game, SEC, Texas and Vandy. This is a realistic home game for Vanderbilt, taking place in Nashville. Roll Commodores. Give me -2.5. This is where Texas season comes to an end. Texas 17-14 on the year, 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games. They score 78 per contest, played a top 175 pace. The one thing about Texas that they struggle to run a real identity or an offense. They just play a bunch of isolation ball with Trey Johnson. That is their entire ability to put the ball in the hoop. So if their star freshman point guard is not having a good day, odds are they are not going to win the basketball game. Vandy 20-11 on the year, comfortably already in the big dance. They're just trying to improve their ranking. They score 80 a game, played a top 75 pace. These teams match up pretty well in terms of stats, but the fact this is basically a home game for Vandy, I'm going to take them -2.5. I don't think Texas is very good. Next game, Mountain West. It is Wyoming and San Jose State. I'm taking San Jose State -110 on the money line. These two teams have already met twice this year. San Jose State has won both of them by 9. The line is a little bit suspect. Why one team who's won 2 games this year is only -110 on the money line, I have no idea, but I'm going to jump into it. Wyoming 12-19 on the year, 1-9 overall in their last 10 games straight up. They score 67 points a contest, play at a bottom 75 pace. They don't really do anything that well, and they turn the ball over a ton. San Jose State 14-18 on the year. They score 73 a game, playing at a bottom 150 pace. They have the edge in most of the stats if you want to look at it. Compare that with the fact they've already beaten this team twice. I'm going to hammer it. This is probably my favorite bet of the day. This line just absolutely reeks. Why are they only -110? Next game we are headed to the ACC. We're going to rock another over. This video is going to have 3 spread bets and 3 over bets. This one's between Notre Dame and North Carolina, taking place in Charlotte, so this is so stupid. North Carolina basically gets all home games this entire fucking conference tournament. Bunch of bullshit. Spread sitting at 7.5. Notre Dame did play them tight their previous meeting. It was only a 1-point game, so I think we might be getting free throws here towards the end. Notre Dame 14-17 on the year. Like I said, their only other meeting against UNC was 74-73. They should have won that game outright. If memory serves me correct, Notre Dame fouled UNC on a 3-point shot. They made it. They then made the free throw, so it was a 4-point play, and they ended up losing the game by 1. They're really banged up, though, Notre Dame. They are without the miniature Shrewsbury and their power forward, Nije. So their defense is going to be way worse than it normally is. Going up against a North Carolina team that really needs to win all these games. UNC 20-12 on the year. They just lost to Duke in the regular season final game. They score 82 per contest, played a top 50 pace. They're an old team. Hubert Davis, contract extension. The new season starts now for Hubert. You got to win all of these goddamn games, lose to Duke in the final, and then you're probably going dancing. Next game, Butler, -1.5 against the Friars. Big East tournament time. Both of these teams are on 4-game losing streaks. Butler did play a very tough end of the season schedule, though. I think they get up here for Thad Matta. Butler 13-18 on the year. Like I said, their previous 4 wins were against really good teams. They played St. John's, Xavier, Creighton, and Nova. They're 1-1 against Providence this year. They score 74 points a game, played a bottom 150 pace. Neutral site game here. They're all taking place at the Garden. Really don't think either of these fan bases are going to show up. They both suck this year. The Friars, 12-19 on the year, 1-9 in their last 10 games. They have given up. They're injured. They score just 71 points per contest. If you look at the stats here, most of them relatively even, but majority of them favor Butler a tad. If we're looking at coaches, I like Thad Matta a hell of a lot more than I like Kim English. You're giving me basically a pick 'em. Give me Butler minus the 1.5. Final game, we're headed to the Big Ten. Like I said, I'm taking 3 overs, and this is one of them. It is Iowa and Ohio State. Give me the over 155.5. Both of these teams like to see the ball in the hoop. Iowa plays absolutely zero defense. Ohio State, if they want any chance of making the big dance, they're going to have to go on a run in the Big Ten tourney. This one should be close. I think we see free throws at the end, so I will gladly take the over 155.5. Iowa 16-15 on the year. They won their final game of the season by 15 points on the road against Nebraska. They score 82 points a game, played a top 30 pace in the country, very efficient on offense. Their defense is the problem. 312th ranked defense in the country. They suck. Ohio State 17-14 on the year. They lost their final game of the season to Indiana by 6. That was really the game they needed to get. They were not able to get it done. So now they probably have to make it to at least the semifinals here if they want a semi-legitimate shot at getting an automatic bid. This is a neutral site game taking place in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Do I think any of these programs are going to travel? Maybe. I mean, Ohio State fans really don't have that much to look forward to. They're out. Iowa's not winning this goddamn tournament, so they're out. Both these teams, actually, I don't know if they're going to go to the NIT. Maybe Ohio State will, but either way, give me the over, 155.5. Neither of these teams play any defense. Okay, that is going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching. One more video tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's video will be the last, and then I go to Vegas for 4 days. So after tomorrow, there will not be a video posted until next Monday. All right, thanks for watching. Peace.